Good morning, and welcome to Morning Yoga with the House My name is Steven, aka Sen, and today I'm gonna guide y'all in a really gentle, slow pace, low intensity flow. So, yeah, let's just begin to relax, perhaps finding a seat. Let's start cross legged, light, or any position is fine. Perhaps you'd like to lay down. I'll just mention that this practice is yours, although I'm guiding it. Please take it upon yourself to ask yourself what feels right for you at any moment. If you need to step away, that's okay. Drink some water, get readjusted. And if anything is just a bit too intense, you can always step back or try something different. So, again, this practice is your own. Please make it a so. So, let's get comfortable, maybe wiggling a little bit to root our zit bones into the floor, into the ground, into our mat, whatever. So, you can rest your hands on your thighs or your knees, perhaps palms are open, and we'll just gently start to notice the natural breath. Really taking your time, not trying hard at all to change anything, but just coming into awareness, continuing to breathe. Inhale, exhale. And then perhaps now beginning to slow the breath down. Perhaps with a count of four. Breathing in, one, two, three, four. Exhale, one, two, three, four. Perhaps you'll continue this flow on your own pace. Breathing in, two, three, four. Exhale, two, three, four. Continue this flow however it is for you for just a few moments. And if you can, maybe even slowing it down a bit more. Rising in the spine, let's take one last deep inhale. Biggest inhale so far today. Breathing in. Exhale, release, opening the eyes softly, light gaze. Lovely. Whenever you return, let's just drop our chin to our chest. And you begin to roll in either direction. I'll go to my right. Just letting the neck speak on its own, not really trying to force this stretch or this rotation. Letting the movement be gentle, letting the pressure be natural. Weight of the head, weight of the skull, just hanging. And breathe, please. Inhaling, exhaling. Complete one last rotation on the side. Just go a little bit slower. Ending with an exhale, and then we'll switch our direction going the opposite, whichever way. And maybe going a bit slower on this side than you did on the last. So breathing in, opening up the entire neck. Exhaling, releasing the weight, letting the head hang heavy. And again, slowing down even more. connecting with breath. One last rotation. Take your time. Ending with the chin to chest. Whenever you're ready, bring your head back up to center. And we'll just nod the head no. Gently. Just gracefully looking over our shoulder, maybe a little behind. And then we'll bring the head back up to center. We'll nod the head yes. And head back to center. Come to a short pause, maybe resetting if you must, wiggling a bit. And we'll take the hands on our front and we'll just begin to roll the wrists. So let's switch directions, going the opposite way. And then spread the fingers out and just wiggle the fingers. And let's give the hands a little shake. Bring the hands right beside us. Again, realigning, making sure our spine and our zip bones are center and square. Let's breathe in, raise our arms up. On the exhale, dropping the elbows, just the elbows down to eagle wings. Exhaling, opening up the chest, maybe sticking the chest and the chin a bit forward, letting all the air out here. Stay in this position for a moment and we'll breathe in, raising the arms back up. We'll do a little sequencing, exhaling to angel wings. Maybe every exhale, pressing the elbows back a bit further. Inhaling, reaching up with the shoulders, with the fingers, rooting down in our hips and our zip bones. Exhale, opening up, widening the shoulders, softening the shoulders, pressing back on our elbows. One last time, deep breath in. And on this exhale, bring the arms all the way back down and just begin to relax. Okay, let's bring our hands forward, however you want to get there. Let's just gently walk ourselves to tabletop position, and I'll turn sideways so that y'all can see me from a side angle. All right, making sure the hips are stacked, directly aligned and underneath the hip bones, hands stacked underneath the shoulders, always protecting our bodies. And we'll just begin with a little bit of cat and cow, reaching the chin and the hip back, the chin forward and the hip back, breathing in. Exhaling, curving the spine upward for cat. Inhaling, curving the spine forward, reaching with the chin, reaching with the hip bone up and back. Exhale, pressing into the floor, curving the spine upward, leading with your belly button. Again, breathing in, curving the spine forward. Exhaling, curving the spine back. Do a couple more, maybe two, in your own pace, whenever you're ready. Finishing with an exhale, and then coming back to neutral spine. Staying here for a moment, and we'll take a breath in, and we're gonna C-shape to our left side. So we're gonna bring our head to our left hip, basically, as if we're trying to reach our nose to touch our hip in the back. Exhaling, letting all the air out here. This will be a bit of a sequence. We'll move to the other side, breathing in, coming back to center. Resetting the arms if you have to, and the knees. Exhaling, C shape to the right. Reaching the nose, reaching the forehead to your right hip. Maybe reaching your right hip towards your forehead. Inhaling, back to center, softening the spine, feeling the alignment. Exhaling, C shape to the left. Yet again, reaching our hip forward, shoulder back. And inhaling, neutral spine, back to center. Exhaling, right side. And coming back to neutral. Making sure the left hand is planted just underneath the left shoulder. We're gonna inhale, revolve up, reaching up for a little twist. As far back as we can with our shoulder. And on the exhale, we're gonna bring our arms down, threading the needle, resting the right shoulder, right side of the head, ear, for a nice shoulder twist. Breathing at your own pace. Taking your time with your breath. Take one last breath cycle. Excuse me. Ending with the exhale. And then coming back, pressing into the left hand, planting the right, realigning, readjusting if we must. And we're going to do the other side, so making sure the hand is directly underneath the right shoulder, the right hand. And we're going to breathe in, reaching our left arm up for a revolve twist. And on your exhale, whenever you're ready, reaching down, threading the needle, resting the left side of the head, left ear, left shoulder. And begin to let gravity take all control. Just breathe here. On the exhale, just release your weight. See if you can get as comfortable as you can be. Not working the stretch, but letting the stretch do all the work here. Keep it gentle. Breathing, please. Completing one last breath cycle. Ending with the exhale. Whenever you're ready, you can unthread that needle. Planting the left hand. We're going to align and prepare to go up for down dog. So let's tuck the toes. And on the breath in, whenever you're ready, you'll lift the knees just slightly, perhaps an inch or two. And on the exhale, you'll begin to press the heels all the way back, extending the back leg, expanding the hamstring, and maybe just doing a little bit of figure eight, gas pedaling here at your own pace, whatever you need. Feeling this out, pressing our hips from side to side, but also extending the arms, pressing our hands into the ground, making sure that the ball mounds are pressing deep down and our shoulders are pressing out of our shoulder sockets as well. Relaxing the neck, Relaxing the spine. Really just reaching the hip up and the heels down. And let's find a full expression, breathing in. Full expression of down dog here. And then let's bend the knees. On the exhale, you can either walk or hop up to the top of your mat. And now we're in forward fold. Maybe just evening out the legs a little bit so that they're square. And just breathe here for a moment before we come up. Okay. Pressing into the ball mounds, we'll bend our knees and begin to roll our spine as slowly as possible, bringing our bodies up. Lower, middle, upper, and roll our shoulders back. Here we are in Tadasana. Maybe you have to realign, readjust, do what you need. And let's just stay here for a moment. I'll invite us to close our eyes. Let's bring our hands and our palms out, palms facing forward, just beside our body. And maybe, perhaps, offering yourself this moment of stillness. Feeling the energy that may be rushing through your body right now. Maybe noticing the difference of how your body is from when you started your practice. Just breathe. Really taking your time. Not doing much, but we're definitely engaged. Okay. You can come back, or whatever that means to you. And we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up. Maybe clasping the hands together. Pointer finger, if you want to do prayer, that's fine as well. Rooting into our heels, into our hips. We're gonna exhale, reaching to the left side high, C-shaping to our left side. This stretch is more about extension than it is about bending. So making sure that your heels and your ball mounds of your feet are all pressing into the ground as you're reaching the highest point of your body, which is through the fingers. And the right hip sways to the right, left hip, lower spine softens. Breathing in, we'll come back up. And we'll do this on the other side. Exhaling, reaching to the right side high, letting the left hip sway out, anchoring in our right ball mounds, right side of the foot. And then inhaling, coming back up. On the exhale, you're going to swan dive down, keeping the spine extended until you get to the floor, and you can begin to relax the spine here. Maybe a slight micro bend in the knees. And then from here, you can either keep the hands planted on the floor, or you can bring them to your shins or your thighs, and we'll bring the spine to half table, breathing in, reaching forward with the top of our crown, and reaching back with both of our hip bones. Feeling the alignment in the spine, and then exhale, forward fold. And then from here, let's take the hands, palms facing up, and we're going to stick our hands just underneath our toes so that we can step on them. Bend as much as you need here, or extend a bit more if you need more intensity. But once you get here, begin to let the spine relax, letting the weight of the head fall forward just a bit. You can even reach your shoulders upward as you're pressing down on your hands with the top of your toes for a little bit of a shoulder extension. Or just relax here for a moment. Take another breath. On the exhale, releasing the hands forward. And we'll walk the hands back forward a little bit. For downward dog, I'm going to turn to the side. From here, we're going to inhale, making sure the left foot, we're going to start with our right. So making sure the left foot is centered. Inhaling, reaching the right leg up. Heel is pointing. Exhaling to lunge forward and then plant the foot. We won't stay here. We'll gently drop our knee to the ground, maybe scooching that left thigh back a little bit. And here we are, knee down lunge. And we're going to do another twist here. So plant the left hand, prep the right hand on the knee, making sure that the shoulders and the hips are square. Pressing down into the ground, we're going to reach the right arm up, inhaling. Stay for the exhale, dropping that right hip down. And just breathing for a couple moments, breathing in to reach even further, pressing down into that rooting arm. Exhaling to drop the shoulder, drop the hips even more. Perhaps one last breath here. And on your next exhale, bringing the arm down. Framing the leg with the hands. We're going to extend the right leg back for half Hanuman. Toes reaching forward. And you can inhale to lengthen in your spine. And then exhaling, fold over the leg. And we'll make this a sequence. Inhale, let's press the toes forward, coming back into knee down lunge. And then exhaling, hip bone back, extending in the leg, half Hanuman. Let's do the sequencing one more time. Breathing in, deep inhale, maybe reaching the chest forward a little bit. Chin forward. Pressing down with that right hip when you get here. And on the exhale, extending that hip back. Reaching as far as we can with our right hip. Letting the leg relax to open up the hamstrings. And then coming back forward. From here, we'll plant our hands up onto our knees. Breathing in, 1, 2. Reaching the arm up, left and the right. Stay for the exhale. Breathing in one more time here. Next exhale, maybe doing angel wings yet again. Reaching the chest forward, elbows down and back, relaxing in the shoulders, releasing any tension that might be in your neck. And then inhaling, reaching the arms up. And then we'll frame the legs again, coming back down. Bring the right to the inside of the left leg, and we'll just swing the right leg back. And then slowly begin to bring the rest of the body to follow as you come to the floor. From here, you can relax the arms and let's just lift up in our heels and let's windshield wipe a little bit from left to right. Gentle movements. And then we'll come to a neutral. Take a moment. Let's plant the hands right beside the shoulders to prep ourselves to come up. Keep the legs as they are. And when your breath in, you're going to come up for maybe a cobra or even a high cobra if you prefer, or a seal. So breathing in, pressing in to our hands. Slight cobra, however intense, however much you want to go. Keeping the legs there. And on the exhale, coming down. And then the legs will follow. Okay, take a moment to just breathe here, relax for just a second, noticing the difference in your body before we go up and do the other side. Okay, we're gonna prep to go up. So from here, planting the hands just beside the shoulders, as gently as you can be, pressing into the hands to reaching our hips up and back. Tabletop. I'm gonna turn sideways. Okay, hips are square, hands are stacked, knees are stacked. And then we're gonna prep the toes. So tuck the toes under. With the breath in, you're gonna raise the knees up slightly. And on your exhale, full extension, pressing the heels down, hips up and back, exposing in the hamstrings. Finding a full expression. Stay for the exhale. And on your inhale, centering in the right foot, pressing down in that heel. And then on your inhale, we're gonna lift the left heel up. And on your next exhale, pigeon forward, planting in that left foot, stacking the knee just over the heel, making sure that alignment is here. Hand and shoulder stacked underneath, stacked with each other. And then we'll gently drop the right knee, maybe scooch it back a little bit further. Okay. I'm going to turn back towards the camera. Just stay where you are. Making sure that our right arm is stacked just underneath our shoulder. And we're going to breathe in for a revolve twist. Knee down, reaching the arm up. Stay for the exhale. Softening in those hips. Breathing in again to reach even further. Extending in the spine perhaps. On the exhale, drop that left hip towards the right hip. Inhaling to reach again. Again, exhale, dropping the hips. Maybe bending in that knee a little bit more, coming forward with the body. And then exhaling, bringing the hand back down. Okay, take a moment. Readjust if you must. And we're going to come up for a knee down crescent lunge. So bringing the hands to plant on the knees. Bringing our spine upward if we can. And on the breath in, reaching the right arm up. Reaching the left. Exhale, bending the knee just a little bit more, bringing the body forward. Stay here. And on your next inhale, reaching up even higher. On this exhale, opening the arms up if you'd like, or stay where you are for angel wings. Elbows down and back, shoulders and chest is reaching forward or shining. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, dropping the elbows halfway, reaching back. And last inhale, reaching the arms up. On the exhale, bringing the arms back down to frame the left leg. Readjust if you must, making sure the hips are square. We're going to do our sequencing into half Hanuman. So breathing in, maybe reaching the chin a little higher before going back to feel the extension in the spine. And on the exhale, bringing that left hip back, extending the entire left leg to expand in our hamstrings, letting all the air out. Maybe the head comes to the knee. And we'll sequence breathing in to reaching the toes forward, pressing down as if you're trying to grab a shirt with your toes. And on your exhale, reaching the hip back, aligning our body, letting all the air out. Maybe the head comes to the knee. Inhaling, bringing the toes back forward, coming to plant. I think we did two, so let's do one more on this side. Breathing in here, and then whenever you're ready, exhaling to bring that hip back. Half Hanuman. Okay, coming back to neutral, bringing our toes to plant. Let's frame the left hand inside of the left knee, and then swing that left knee down. Squaring off our hands, we're gonna bring our body, our chest, belly, shoulders, chin, face to follow. Keep the hands planted there. We're gonna come back up. And I'll invite us to just come into Sphinx here. So plant the elbows just underneath the shoulders, reaching forward with the chin. Face is showing. Maybe squeezing the hips closer together and reaching the biggest toes away from your hips. Not forcing it, but just enough to feel that extension down there. And just breathe here for a couple moments. And then whenever you're ready, bringing the entire upper body to the floor, maybe resting on your hands for a moment. And we're gonna roll over so that our backs meet the ground, but without trying to lift your body, letting gravity as if it was pulling you twice or three times as hard, just roll onto your back without really trying to get up at all. Slowly, as you'd like. I'm gonna readjust body. And when you get here, let's bring the feet to plant. And we'll reach the legs up. So extend the legs just a little high, maybe reaching the heels away. And then soften in the knees. You're going to take your hands to come and grab the palms of your feet for a little bit of happy baby, maybe rocking from side to side, just to open up our hips a little bit before we go into Shavasana. Engaging with our hips is a good way to relax the entire body. A lot of our weight centered here. Take a breath in. On the exhale, with the hands, let's push our knees down even further into our chest or into the sides of our body. And then you can release the hands. Let's hug our knees into our chest. Stay with the breath. And then release the arms. Before coming flat supine, let's bring our feet together like a book. For supine butterfly, maybe a slight rock, nothing too crazy. And then pushing the heels together, let's bring our feet to extend out forward. And in here, we'll prep for Shavasana. Do what you must, maybe get a pillow, maybe get a blanket. If you have to have a sip of water before going into this, please do so. Adjust however you need. And whenever you find that perfect moment, I'll invite you to close your eyes, if that helps, and just begin to let the breath take over. Coming back into awareness of our flow of breath. And just noticing, allowing any thoughts, any sensations that may be showing up to just flow through us right now. Whatever thoughts, whatever ideas, whatever feelings, generously just be mindful of it. And continue with your breath flow, breathing in. On your exhale, whatever is sitting there, whatever is floating, see if you can just let it go. And as you let that go, as you continue to breathe with every exhale, perhaps softening just a bit more. Softening your eyelids, softening your jaw and your cheekbones. Letting the shoulders fall heavy. Releasing any tension, any need or desire for control within our legs and our arms. Noticing our hips making contact with our mats or the ground or wherever we are. Letting gravity take over, doing all of the work as you just breathe. Slow your breath down even more if you can. And now see if you can begin to notice, to feel the spaces all around, in between your body, in between your toes and your fingers, feeling the space, the energy that is already surrounding us. Keeping your own breath flow going for this next moment, we'll set an intention, or offering a moment to set an intention for any stillness we might need in the body, for silence, and for trust. Continue with your breath flow. Stay within this zone. I will continue to close our practice today, but I'll encourage anyone who wishes to stay in Shavasana for even longer to just do just so. Otherwise, you can slowly begin to come back, and at your own pace, whenever you're ready, just coming up to a seated position. So again, stay here if you need to. Stay as long as you like. Otherwise, whenever you're ready, just do what you must. Whatever that may be calling to you. And as we breathe here, whether sitting or laying, close out our practice with some breaths, maybe bringing our hands to meet our heart. A breath for the ancestors that we all represent and bring into our spaces. Breathing in and out. A breath for the indigenous people who survived and lost, who were on this land long before colonization. Breathing in and out. A breath for our family, our friends, our loved ones, those who support us in being who we are. especially ourselves. Breathing in. Exhale. And finally, a breath for yourself, for whatever intention that you might want to set today, for any intention or for the well-being of anyone that you may see right now, whatever that comes to mind. I'll give you a moment to think about what that might be. With gratitude, let's breathe in. Exhale. Release. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for morning yoga. That was Gentle Flow with myself, Stephen, also known as Sen. If you're still in Shavasana, please enjoy it. Do not stress getting up. Take as much time as you need. And I'll see y'all again next time. Peace and love.